What up, everyone? Welcome back to Go Kick Me. Today we're going to talk about a Kickstarter called Holosuit, full body, hands, motion tracker with haptic feedback. Full immersion body tracking suit with virtual reality control, with built-in feedback, 36 joints, 9 feedback, 6 buttons with Wi-Fi SDK. Okay, so what does that mean? What is this thing? It's basically a tracksuit type. In one version, a tracksuit. It's got a bunch of motion tracking sensors on all the joints, and as it mentions, it also has some haptic feedback. So some kind of buzzer or vibration thing. And it has some buttons in the little gloves that they do. So let's just play the video real fast. I think the key thing with this to understand is that this is not like something for our average consumer at this point in time to just pick up and start using. So the video's okay. They definitely use well, she's actually a real person, but I mean they use like a voiceover guy who's clearly just paid to do voiceover, but let's get to that.
Holosuit, which virtualizes your entire body and allows you to interact with the 3D spaces around you naturally by touching the nearby objects, pointing to the faraway objects, and feeling those objects through the haptic feedback.
So yeah, that's basically it. So, and then they demonstrate.
It's a cross-platform app, which allows the trainer or student to store various yoga poses. The student can then play back these poses and follow them while wearing the Holosuit. If there is any mistake in the pose, haptic exciters closest to the discrepancy will vibrate, gently guiding the student back to the correct pose.
So there's actually, aside from what they're saying here, you can actually see this thing and its resolution. So because she's got the headband extension on, it can actually match or follow her head movements, and there's a foot one. So in this case, they're demonstrating it with like yoga poses. So she's in like a virtual yoga room, and she can get in a pose, and I guess it actually buzzes if you're in the wrong position or whatever.
Without even needing the display. Sports fitness trainers.
Oh, so in that case, I guess like you don't need the VR goggles, I guess, at least.
Can even observe and correct the student as she is doing the pose in the same virtual space by interacting with their avatars through haptic exciters. We are working with 10th Dan of Karate in Okinawa, who virtualize Holosuit karate training.
So it's actually interesting. You can see kind of the data they're doing here on this example. So to me, the next one is actually pretty cool too.
Holosuit captures your entire body motion, including fingers, head, and foot, and can transfer it to an avatar or robot in real time. This allows humans to operate humanoid robots, leveraging the same tools which are built for humans in firefighting, nuclear disaster, hostage rescue situations.
So yes, that's right. You could basically put this on and then have your little robot walk over and defuse the bomb, hypothetically. They don't demonstrate in these examples the fingers. They do have gloves, but I would like to see the kind of resolution they have on that.
Holosuit Golf can train you in the virtual world and records your
Some of these examples, the videos are actually unintentionally hilarious. I'm not sure why the resolution... I mean, I guess it's not really their point to be doing computer graphics. But the computer graphics kind of suck. I don't want to say suck, but they're just really outdated. Like this is some kind of... what's her name? Mystique from X-Men.
motion in the real golf
and
course.
teaching
you
you golfing.
Share this full 360 recording with your coach, who can play, pause, rewind, zoom, change camera angles, and get full body analytics of your golf drive.
So on one level, yeah, like that's pretty useful, but then on the other level, if the resolution, the graphics are this cheesy, I don't know how much I'd want to immerse in this space to improve, just to focus on golfing, improving my golf. And I did notice one thing, which is, do you guys ever watch those Next Media animations that they used to put on the news with the really weird animations from Taiwan? Like these ones. This is one they were actually making fun of Conan O'Brien.
康纳的山寨版动画其实是美国童工的血汗成果。
This is what their graphics remind me of.
幻庄园。
Okay, so anyway.
那时候康纳也是常客。自从节目
So this is from like 2010. So, you know, these graphics are actually maybe better than these. The resolution is better on the video, but I don't say the graphics are that much better. So yeah, that would be
on latest equipment.
That would be a little bit better.
Holosuit can capture your body motion with incredible precision. Even play piano with it and capture every note.
This would be better if they had like a close-up showing really how good you could manipulate things, or if you could really tell the keys. And of course, in this case, like how do you even tell which key is which? I don't know. I guess maybe it doesn't matter. It could always center on certain keys.
Holosuit allows you to pick up, scale, reorient musical instruments in virtual world to create and play your own virtual orchestra.
So yeah, like you can tell the voiceover guy, he's reading whatever they gave him, which in this case has some definite articles and indefinite articles missing.
We hope you're as excited as we are regarding the potential of Holosuit to change the way we interact with it.
So overall, the potential is impressive. Like if you could basically have like an at-home motion capture system, just you know, you could start using it in games. You could do all kinds of stuff. They actually demonstrate, or I think just like this week. By the time you guys see it, it'll be last week. Yeah, so like literally, what is it, 4 days ago, according to my calendar right now when I'm filming this, they demonstrated it at some big Augment World Expo. And they have all these impressive quotes. It's got more of the sensors than most, yada yada yada. But it's really hard to tell, and I don't know if the quality of the design is not super impressive to me. I don't know if I'd want this jersey particularly. Supposedly you can take all the sensors out and wash the jacket and stuff too, and the pants. But yeah, the concept is interesting. The key thing is, as I mentioned, it's not for just the average dude. Obviously you need the VR hardware, and I think if you're developing games, or you're really into VR and you can handle all these plugins and stuff, and you find certain applications or programs which could use this, that would actually be pretty cool. They're trying to like sell it as like a training thing for, you know, dangerous work, including submarines. This educational one could sort of work if the design of the suit was a little bit more user-friendly maybe. And they're talking about all kinds of applications, like I don't know why Vietnam, but anyway, like people using it for movies, doing it for training, factories, as I mentioned, disaster training, construct entire buildings in augmented reality on site. Well, I guess you could just sort of push stuff. Doctors in Vietnam are planning to use Holosuit to help their students conduct virtual surgeries. Yeah, I don't know if I want to trust a doctor who trained with one of these things just yet. The other thing I should note is these are buttons. So there's some buttons that you can sort of manipulate things with if you want to switch modes or whatever while you're wearing the suit. And then obviously you can have companion apps use this thing too, and VR goggles, etc. So let's get to the nitty gritty. If you want, they sell the separate pieces for starting from $99 for the glove. 1 finger glove, only 1 finger. Okay, 5 fingers for $200. Holosuit. What's the difference in this? Oh, that's early bird and regular. Okay, don't wait. Oh, there's only like 5 of these things, so you got 4 left. So let's get to the good stuff. Just the jacket, $400. The early bird of the suit, again, only 5 left, or 4 left now. $800, and it's going to be $900 for early adopter. There's still only 5 of these. These guys are really stingy on their quantities. And the full price would be something like $999. And there's the Pro Edition, Only 3 of these left. So lots of stuff. You can get a set of 8 for the Pro. So let's say I guess the Pro suit with the jersey, $1,600. That's the if you're not an early bird. Anyway, I'm rambling. Overall, I'm gonna give it kind of a thumbs up for being there and looking like it can do something really interesting. Still needs a long way to go before it's like consumer friendly. But I'm guessing, compared to alternatives like motion caption cameras and whatnot, this one at least has some definite advantages. You can get pretty far now with with even just cameras without special sensors and whatnot, like things like the Xbox and the PS4 now have all these camera tracking bars and whatnot. But definitely this one can do things because it's full body. Like you couldn't do yoga quite the same, and you don't get the haptic feedback. So this one has some advantages. They do need some more details on like battery life and things like that. They have some FAQ. It doesn't use cameras. Doesn't support SDK. So if you're developing apps for VR, probably this is the right thing for you to buy. If you're not, maybe not yet. Updates, I got lots of updates and some examples of different things, different coverage, etc. You can check those out if you want. And then they also have basically 0 comments right now. They also have some more stuff in the gallery, which includes some designs and prototypes. And I really don't like this design. I don't know what it's showing. It's like a big ad for them. You should pay me to wear that. But yeah, the robot stuff looks pretty cool. Could be fun. Education, I guess, is another area where they could use it right now. So overall, I'm going to give it a slight thumbs up. A little pricey, but for something like this, not so bad. It's tech, it's development, it's not meant for consumers. I wonder if I could take the sensors off and put them on a cooler looking shirt. Anyway, that's it for today. Check us out on Facebook and Twitter at GoKickMe and GoKickMedia.com.